welcome back to another week, another day, another episode of All the Things Music, the podcast. I feel like we should get into a habit maybe of doing our song of the day and our merch of the day at the beginning here.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Get the people interested off of
Yeah,
that.
kind of set the mood for the episode.
Okay, we'll
Okay,
do
would
that.
you like to go first?
Sure. My merch of the day is Nostalgia from Nostalgia for a Time That Never Existed, Luke Hemmings. Because I am having nostalgia for that tour.
What would you rate that piece of merchandise?
Oh, it's my second favorite piece of merchandise that I own, only behind actually Luke's Fonda crew neck.
Okay.
He has impeccable merch. Like, I don't mind investing.
I would agree. I have the same one. Um, do How would you rate how it fits?
Oh, honestly, I think it's tied with my Fonda one. Like, I love how it fits. I don't remember. I think I got a large, or maybe it's a medium, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's oversized, so
Mine's a
it's
large
super
and she's a
comfy.
little bit big, but I enjoy the sweatshirt as well. It fits well. I enjoy that mine fits on the larger side. Continuing on.
My song of the day.
I have a prediction, but I'm not going to say it.
It's Ground Control by Moody Judy.
Oh, interesting. Okay. A good one. We do not have the licensing rights to play the song
Mm-mm.
on this video. However, we would highly encourage you to go listen to that song.
And by the time that this goes up, we will hopefully have our interview up with Moody Judy. So go check it out.
Right in the high of that right now.
Yes.
Anyway, my turn.
Yes.
Okay. My merch of the day. Haven't worn this one in a minute. This is my Rare Beauty sweatshirt in celebration of Selena Gomez's new album announcement for her new album in March. It's got the little Rare logo on it too on the wrist, which is really cute.
That is cute.
But, yeah, I got this one a while ago, but kind of matches my chair. But
What would you rate it?
I'm gonna rate it. I would say like a 9 out of 10. It was a little bit expensive for just an embroidered sweatshirt, but it's a really good color, and I like that part of the proceeds went to the Rare Beauty Foundation for mental health. So yeah.
Big fan. And what's your song
Yeah.
of the day?
My song of the day. I went back and forth on this multiple times. I genuinely have been thinking about it all day. And I think that we have landed on I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think I'm going to land on Sally When the Wine Runs Out by Role Model, which is shocking.
Yes.
But I cannot get it out of my head.
Abby is a newfound Role Model fan.
You know, I liked him before. Like I didn't dislike him, but I didn't really get like the major hype.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get the major hype. I'm starting to get it.
I mean, Sally When the Wine Runs Out is really catchy.
Mm-hmm. The part that's like, oh shit, here we go again.
Yes.
Not leave my brain. But that's the mark of a good song.
I like it. I feel like we have very
My honorable mention is 15 Minutes by Sabrina Carpenter.
Is that what you were gonna say that mine was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like we had very random choices today, like different for us. So
yeah.
Okay. Today.
What is our conversation today?
Yeah, today we're going to be summarizing our top 5 albums of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And then also talking about our albums, like the 5 that we're most looking forward to in 2025. And some of them might not be completely confirmed, but they're rumored to be coming.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, all of mine on my list, I have reason to believe that they will be coming out this year.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just like I'm gonna make something up and wish that it happens. Like there's rationale for it to happen.
However, I think that it's important that you always live with a little bit of delusion. So, you know, we're gonna delusionally think that these are all coming regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to go first? Oh, also these are in no particular order, at least for me.
Yeah. Um, are we doing most anticipated or favorites first? I'm feeling like we should maybe do anticipated
Okay.
first because I feel like we'll have more to talk about with what's anticipated, you know?
Okay. So should
Okay.
we do like you go and then I go and then you go and then I go?
Yeah, and I feel like we're maybe gonna have some overlap, so
Yes.
we'll
So
see.
we can just agree if that's the
Yeah.
case. Okay.
And despite the fact that we communicate with each other quite often, we have no idea what the other person is going to say.
Yeah, we purposely kept it a surprise.
Mhm.
So,
Okay. Am I going first?
yes.
Okay. First on my list of most anticipated for 2025 is one that will not be anticipated for very much longer, but it is So Close to What by Tate McRae.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's my first one on my list.
I know that I've honestly I didn't even think of that as anticipated because it was already like announced and like coming, so
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that one. But that's a good one.
I'm still hoping for the opportunity to get to see her live because I mean, I feel like with the songs that have come out from that album already, and like what I know of her shows in the past, that I think good things are coming on the Miss Possessive tour. So,
Are you liking it better so far than the last one?
mm, in terms of like comparing the pre-released singles from Think Later to the pre-released singles for this one, um, I might like these a little bit better.
Hmm.
I feel like were there any pre-releases last time besides X's and Greedy?
I think it was just X's and Greedy.
Okay, well, both pretty solid songs, but I feel like Sports Car is really having a moment right now,
Hmm.
and um, I enjoy Two Hands personally. I think that it's okay. I'm okay. Kind of had its moment, and now it's kind of over, unfortunately, but not a
Sports
skip so
car.
far.
Sports car is my favorite so far.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's the first one on my list is So Close to What. And no, I haven't pre-ordered it on vinyl because I don't know. I feel like with pop, like you gotta really like love it to have it on vinyl. And I'm not so huge of a Tate McRae fan that I'm like, oh, I just gotta own it.
yeah.
But I may by this time next week I may own it. We'll see.
Yeah, there's certain artists where I'm like, I don't even care. I'm ordering the vinyl. Um,
Um, have you seen any of the pressings for that one?
I have.
Do you have a favorite? If you were to get one, which one would you get?
I honestly don't know. I only looked at them like once. Which one would you get?
Um, if it wasn't like sold out, I kind of like the purple one with the alternate cover that's signed from her store.
Yeah.
But in terms of ones that like I could buy now, um, the Target one is like a creamy orange color, and I like that one.
I would have picked the alternate cover too, actually, because I like that one better than the original cover.
Yeah.
Um, okay, my
Your
first
turn.
one, which comes as no surprise, my most, not my most anticipated, but one of my most anticipated is Five Sauce Six. Is
This
it
is on my list too.
is it confirmed? Sort of. It's coming eventually. I would assume 2025. But yeah, that's my most, I would probably say, if I were to say my most anticipated, it would probably be that one.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I feel like from what we've seen with just like little glimpses of like stuff that they've posted on social media and like whatever, they've got some really cool collaborators on this one.
Hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his name. James and Abigail. They've been in the studio with him. and he's done some cool stuff. So,
And I don't
um,
remember what his name is, but the man who worked on Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Uh, the guy, what is his
that
name?
Julian Bonetta?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
He,
looking up right now Jason Evigan to know what he's worked on.
yeah, Julian Bonetta was in some of their pictures too.
The first thing I will have you know, when you Google Jason Evigan songs, the first one that comes up is Cruisin' for a Bruisin' from Teen Beach Movie.
Oh my God. Honestly, so catchy though.
You know, Teen Beach Movie was it was really ahead of its time because if we've got Jason Evigan writing Cruisin' for a Bruisin' and the choreography was done by the same person who did the choreography for Wicked,
Honestly, it didn't get the recognition it deserved.
agreed. Also included on the list, Boys Will Be Boys, Dua Lipa.
Good one.
Um,
Is he mostly a pop guy?
I think so. Oh, Heart Attack, Demi Lovato.
Oh, that's a good one. Put those vibes on
I
Five
Don't
Plus
Want to
Six.
Leave, Rufus Du Sol.
We like Rufus Du
Um,
Sol.
yep. Me, Myself, and I, 5 Seconds of Summer.
A banger. Honestly, should have been the lead single. Just saying.
Paris, Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh.
Physical, Dua Lipa. Oh, if it's got a good rhythm section, it was written. And if it's got good production, it was written by Jason Evigan. I hope I'm saying his name right.
Huge fan.
Vicious, Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, so in combination with him and Julian Bonetta, this is gonna be a banger of an
Yeah.
album. So that is most anticipated for me.
What is Julian Bonetta written? He wrote Muscle Memory by Kelsey Ballerini, which is a good one.
Okay,
Um,
he wrote Best Song Ever, Drag Me
oh,
Down,
best song ever.
You and I, Perfect, Night Changes, Story of My Life, Still My Girl. Those are like the top few. Espresso,
Wow.
Nonsense.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Slow Hands,
Wow.
Taste. Oh my God, he wrote one thing. He wrote Two Ghosts, Harry Styles. Good Graces. I know you like that one.
Mm.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Wow.
Basically, if it's a banger by One Direction, he wrote it.
So we've got Jason Evigan stepping up for Five Sauce in the production and rhythm department, and we've got Julian Bonetta stepping up for the extremely catchy pop hooks department for 5 Seconds of Summer.
I think it's gonna be a win, guys.
You
So,
know, I was excited before,
but now you're really
but
excited.
now, dear members of 5 Seconds of Summer, if you're listening, give us a sign of life, please.
Please come back to us. We're ready for 5/6.
And if you would like any promotion for 5 6, you can email us at allthethingsmusicmag@gmail.com.
Yeah, hit us up.
Thank you.
Okay, what is your next anticipated album?
My next, well, I'm going to check off 5 6 from my list because I also had that on mine.
Okay.
Um, my next one is my last like confirmed one. But the recently announced I Said I Love You First, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. This was just announced this past week, and I kind of had a freak out about it because Selena Gomez has not put out a full length album in 5 years. And she was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting out music like anytime soon. I haven't really felt inspired. And boom, 14 songs later.
Only a few months later, too.
Yeah.
For those
So,
that don't know, I mean, I guess you wouldn't know, but Abby's a huge Selena Gomez fan. So she's been
yeah,
manifesting.
I mean, I kind of expected that we would not maybe ever get another album from Selena Gomez. So you better believe that I hit check out real darn fast on the signed vinyl on that one. So
And
March 1st.
what are your thoughts on the first song?
I actually really like that it's the last song. I think that the like sound of it is not going to be the sound of the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing, what is it even called? Scared of Loving You, I think is what it's
Yeah,
called.
Scared of Loving You, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was a smart choice in terms of promotion
Mm-hmm.
for the concept, and I think it's cute.
And I also think that it's nice that she did the last song because I feel like most people don't end up making it to the last song in an album.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's nice to like give it that moment.
I would also like to take a moment to discuss the lore of the fact that the lead single for this album is called Scared of Loving You, and it is written and produced by and released with her fiance, Benny Blanco. And her last lead single was Lose You to Love Me.
I know.
So,
Would you also like to talk about how it is like self put out?
oh my
Like,
gosh, yeah. The label on this album is like it's released through Interscope, but the label like copyright is SMG Music LLC. And oh my God, I forgot the name of Benny Blanco's whatever it is. I don't remember because I'm not as big of a fan of him. But great producer, just not as big of a fan. But anyway, they're like releasing it independently and it's signed to SMG Music LLC, which is Selena Gomez's initials. And then the Benny Blanco side of it is the name of his debut album, which
yeah,
is really cute.
which is very exciting. We love to see artists being able to own their work.
Yeah. The Taylor Swift effect, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I actually don't think that any of mine are confirmed. Like they,
You're really living in delusion, but it's okay.
yeah. My second is Harry Styles. This one is really living in delusion.
That's also on my list.
We're really living in delusion. And oh, hello. I'm very sorry. But she wants to listen to the Cars. So she's gonna hang out there.
For those of you who are only listening on the audio version, Michaela's cat just appeared in the frame, and now she's sitting on top of her record player. She says, actually, Mother, I would like to discuss Harry Styles because I do love the pop men.
She literally heard Harry Styles and she was like, I'm there. Harry Styles, HS4. We are looking forward to you. Honestly, I'm just living in a dream world that this is actually going to come out because I think he's just still on his like Italian vacation. So,
Probably. He can be working on vacation, though.
yeah.
Do you have any hopes for anything?
Yes, I do.
What are your hopes?
I hope that he works with Sammy Whitty
Hmm.
again,
Agreed.
and I hope, for me personally, my favorite of his albums is his first album. So I hope that it has some of that same like more rock vibe.
Hmm.
People that are like hardcore music fans are gonna be like, that is not rock, but you know what I
It's a
mean?
version of rock.
Pop rock.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I'm hoping for.
I personally enjoy Harry's stuff, so I'm also hoping for Sammy Whitty. I think that it's been confirmed that Kid Harpoon is returning as producer, but I'm not sure. But that would be cool if that would happen again.
I'm sure he is because they've worked together a lot.
Yeah.
So that is my second one, and I really don't have that much to say about it because he just lives in. He's like a figment of my imagination.
Yeah, and he is not the best communication, but that's okay.
So moving on.
I would really like to see him live. I've been so stupid in being like, so I've never considered myself to be a huge like One Direction fan. I've always been a fan of One Direction, but like compared to other people, I'm like not a
Yeah.
huge fan of One Direction. And I've always been like too nice and been like, oh, it's okay. Other people can have the tickets for One Direction or Harry Styles or whatever. So the only member of One Direction that I've ever seen is Louis Tomlinson. And it was freezing at his show, which made him not the best,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. So I would really like to expand I tried to see Nile, but it rained and I was supposed to sit on
Yes.
the lawn.
Your One Direction luck is not very good. Neither
Zayn
is
didn't come
mine.
here.
Neither is mine right now, to be fair. So,
We're
um,
not going to talk about the other member of One Direction because we're not going to open that can of worms right now.
we're not gonna cry.
Um, but I would enjoy seeing Harry Styles
Yeah,
live.
I would say like in terms of performers, he's like one of the best performers that we have like in our generation.
And to the friend of mine who offered me tickets to see One Direction and 5 Seconds of Summer back in 2014, I should have taken you up on your offer.
You should have.
I should have. One of my greatest regrets.
I
I'm
think
doing okay if that's one of my greatest regrets, but it is one of my greatest regrets.
I think if we're gonna continue living in delusion, uh maybe like if there's ever a One Direction reunion, we can have Five Sauce open up for them just like for fun.
Yeah,
Or it doesn't even have to be open up, like it could just be like a co-headlining.
yeah. See, here's the thing though, that little voice in my head that's like, you don't deserve to go to the shows because you're not as big of a fan that's going to come back. And I know that that's a me problem, but,
Well, that's too bad because your friend's just gonna buy you a ticket anyways. So you're
and
going.
I will not be so ignorant that I do not accept the ticket this time.
No, we will be there.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your next one?
Well, you've mentioned several of mine, so this is my last one, and it's kind of cheating because it's multiple,
Okay.
but the remaining Taylor's version.
Okay. You did.
Reputation, Taylor's version, and Taylor Swift, Taylor's version, aka debut.
Those are on my list as well.
I know that there's a lot of hype about Reputation, and I'm absolutely stoked for Reputation because it is the only Taylor Swift album that never got any kind of deluxe anything whatsoever. It was
Mhm.
here is Reputation, here is the track list, that's all you get. So I'm excited for the vault tracks.
There will be no explanation. There will just be reputation.
Mm-hmm. Um, and I mean, I know it's going to be like a cultural reset when that finally comes to fruition because people have been talking about it for literally 2 years.
But
Um,
where's the debut love?
right? I agree.
I don't know. Okay, Reputation and Debut were like two of my favorite Taylor albums, I would say. So I'm like very excited for both of them, but I think I might be more excited for Taylor Swift, Taylor's version.
See, that's because you're a real Taylor Swift fan and
Yeah.
you understand the importance of debut.
Debut like holds a very special place in my heart.
And we're out here waiting for I'd Lie
Oh my
and
God.
Permanent Marker.
And I Heart question mark,
Yeah.
Dark Blue Tennessee.
Yeah.
I
We
can't
want
wait.
them all.
I will be so excited. However, I feel like then people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, this is actually good."
No, it's not. You shouldn't listen.
No, you shouldn't listen.
Don't buy a signed copy. Don't buy the limited vinyl. It's not that good.
No, it's not that good. Me with my cowboy hat and my cowboy boots. Yeah.
Um, yes, I'm very excited for both of those.
Do you have any artists that you would hope would feature on either?
I'm really hoping for Kelsey Ballerini on debut. Also, be really cool if Faith Hill was on
Mm-hmm.
or Leanne Rimes was on debut because I know that both of them were kind of like influential in the original
Yeah.
debut. Um, Reputation, I just want Ed Sheeran and Future to come back and do their re-record of Endgame.
Oh, same. Um, Yeah, I honestly don't even know who I would like pick to be on Reputation that isn't already on it.
I would like Zayn to come back and
Oh yeah.
do I Don't Want to Live Forever to have that on Reputation
I
formally as
think
well.
yeah, I think that one should be on there. And I feel like she will do that because like she did Bad Blood, Kendrick Lamar. And actually
But
like
honestly, I would be okay with all of the Reputation vault tracks being without collaborators like 1989 was.
yeah, which I could see happening.
What would also be really funny is if we got Rihanna to do
Oh
This
my
Is What
God,
You
this
Came
is what you
For.
came for? Yeah.
So
That
that
would
would
be
be cool.
amazing. And I could honestly see Rihanna doing that.
Yeah. Rihanna hasn't since put out like what, one song in the last like 7 years.
But I feel like she would be like, yeah, like
hmm
girl power.
Yeah. So that would be cool too.
That's a good one.
Do you have anything else on your list
I
of
do.
anticipated?
I do. You actually
Okay, let's
didn't
hear it.
say. I'm very shocked you didn't say this one. Gracie Abrams.
Yeah,
Because it is technically confirmed that she's gonna do an album this year.
that's true. That's the reason why I didn't put it on there was because I was like, so that feels like shooting my shot too deep or something.
But what was the interview that she did? I don't remember who she did an interview with, but she said something about like putting out new music in the fall of
hmm
this year. And so that is one of my highly anticipated albums for this year.
Yeah. Gracie in the fall hits different. We haven't had that
Especially
since This Is What It Feels Like.
especially because it'll be like right after we see her.
hmm I wonder if she'll play anything off of it.
I know. It's
You know,
possible.
it wouldn't be the first time that I heard a song live before it was on an album.
hmm It would actually not be the third time that you've ever heard a song. It would be the third time, yeah, that you've heard a
The
song
same
that
goes for
wasn't.
you. Because you heard That So True as your surprise song on the first leg of Secret Best.
Yeah. So
And I heard
hopefully.
Cool.
And you also heard Abby, which is not on anything really,
Yeah.
but
I don't think Abby's ever ending up on an album at this point. But I mean, if she wants to put it on there, it
yeah,
would save me from buying the 7-inch vinyl.
true. Um, I only actually have one more.
Okay, let's hear it.
My last one, which I'm pretty sure is going to come out because it's been hinted quite a bit, is Charlotte Sands.
Mm,
Yeah, because she keeps talking about new music and she keeps posting snippets. So I feel like that one's gonna come out.
that's a good one. I had another one that popped into my brain earlier. Now I don't remember what it was. Oh, Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh yeah.
Hers has been hinted as well. I'm gonna shoot my shot here. And I'm gonna go on camera and I'm going to make my predictions about when Olivia Rodrigo is releasing. However, when I first made this prediction, I was predicting that she would release in like late March.
Mhm.
I originally made this prediction before Selena Gomez announced, and I do wonder if Selena Gomez will influence. But I think that Olivia Rodrigo will be announcing a new single prior to her performances at. Is she performing at Coachella?
No.
Maru? I don't
Bonnaroo.
know. She's playing
I know
some
she's
fest.
doing a bunch like that are not in America.
Okay. Anyway, I am predicting that she will release a single prior to. Oh, I think it was Gov Ball.
Oh yeah, I think she's Gov Ball and then she's doing like um
Hyde Park. So my prediction for the 800th time, I'm sorry, is single prior to things like Gov Ball and album in the summer for things like Lollapalooza. That is my prediction.
that's Abby's prediction. If she's right, you can come back here and see it when that comes out.
Yeah.
Um
Olivia's team, if you see this, and you would like to send me a vinyl record for my psychic abilities,
yeah.
email me. I will give you my mailing address. Thanks.
Perfect. Okay, I think that's all of our anticipated.
Okay. So, flashing it back to 2024 now. What a year for albums.
It was good.
It was good. I started with anticipated. Do you want to start with ones from last year?
Sure. Well, nobody's surprised by my first one. It is Boy by Luke Hemmings, which is not technically an album, but
It's
uh,
an album.
it's too long, in my opinion, to be an EP, but it's like
Yeah,
short album. But it's technically an EP, but that was a very exciting moment.
I agree.
And it shaped a lot of our 2024.
It did. That was not my top album of last year, but I would rank it at number 2 on my list from
Yeah.
last year. The only reason why it falls short of the top spot in my mind is simply because of the length.
Yeah, because it's not an actual album.
Yeah.
I would say the reason that I would put it as my top album is because we literally spent like it was like such a big part of the year, and like we haven't really talked about it in depth, but Abby and I traveled all over the country going to Nostalgia Tour, and it was like just the best time ever.
Yeah.
So,
And just the rollout of the release was really fun.
yeah, the way that it was like it was very well planned out and like hinted well.
Mhm.
Like the atmosphere of the world
Mhm.
was really cool, and so just like the whole thing, that's like
Mhm. Luke, you did good on your roller, bud.
we like it. Big fans.
Yep. Yep. Nice work.
What's yours?
That is also on my list. So I'll check that one off on my list. Check. Um, my top one is The Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams. Um, for similar reasons. I was very fortunate to see Gracie 3 times last year in 3 different cities. Twice on the Secret of Us tour, and once on the Eras tour. So it was really cool to see those songs come to life. I saw her in 5,000 capacity. I saw her in 2,500 capacity, and I saw her in 65,000 capacity. So it was cool to see how all of those songs came to life in that way. And I was very, very fortunate to be on a very cool vacation in France when the album was released. So just kind of personally for me, I have really cool memories tied to the songs. Like I literally hear the songs and like visuals pop up in my brain of places in France, which is really cool and
Yeah,
special to have in my mind with an album. So
that was also on my list, so I'll cross that one off of mine.
yeah.
But
Um
yeah. Oh,
that
also
one also
I want you guys to know that Abby was talking about this album coming out from when Gracie literally put a yellow heart in her bio on Instagram.
yeah. Yeah, and then that visual got posted with the R in the middle that was highlighted, and it had like the first initial of all of the different words in the bridge to Risk. And she literally all on the same day was like, yeah, here's Risk, and it's out, and the album is called The Secret of Us, and it's out in June, and here's the cover, and it's like, hello.
Yeah, information overload.
Yeah, here's the signed ones, by the way. Like, okay, thanks.
Yep.
Um, she did later post the track list that included us featuring Taylor Swift, which was another
Crazy.
what moment. But yeah. And The Secret of Us Deluxe got announced at the Chicago show of the tour. So
Yep. Big
again, lots of cool
memories.
memories. And it was a full-length album. Sorry, Luke.
Yeah, that's true. My next one, speaking of very cool memories, is Blood on the Drums.
Yeah. Blood on the Drums.
Blood on the Drums. Super, I don't even like Blood on the Drums was a very exciting experience. We
We have a really interesting story with this one.
We do. I will say, so we got to listen to Straight to Your Heart together, release. We got to watch the music video in San
In San
Francisco.
Francisco.
And
We found out about the show at the Belasco, as well as some additional information regarding the album, while we were on the cars.
the cable cars were a great adventure to begin with, but then hearing about all this information, some additional info.
Flashback as well. We were also trying to buy tickets to the Secret of Us tour that had been announced while we were on the cable.
Oh yeah, so
We were not living in the moment. Sorry.
This was also our second time on the cable cars.
Yes.
So we were just going for a joyride this day.
Yeah. We needed something to do.
We had some extra time and we said we're gonna go on a joyride on the cable cars. While we were on the cable cars, we were trying to buy tickets to Secret of Us tour. We are being like overwhelmed with information. Ashton's posting about I think Straight to Your Heart we already knew was coming out.
Yeah, it was out.
And then that was the day that he was like, "Oh, by the way, my album's coming out in 2 parts." And I think he did post later about how he was doing the Belasco. But we had gotten some information about that, and so that's like a really special memory. And also the only release that we've gotten to do together in person. So Blood on the Drums continues because
You forgot the part where in the San Francisco hotel room I did a performance of Super Bloom to make you love Ashton Irwin.
Yes, we were preparing because I was not a person that was like super obsessed with Super Bloom before this. And so Abby was like, I will perform the songs for you.
And to be fair, I wasn't obsessed with it either, but there were some songs that deserved more love from Michaela than they were getting. So
specifically Greyhound.
yeah.
So flash forward, we say you might be seeing us at the Belasco, but we were like, don't know if we're going to be able to make it happen because Abby was literally in LA the month before. And then you went to Paris. And so we were like, don't know if Abby's going to make it. I'm in San Diego.
Which is another cool thing that I was so it's literally on the plane going from America to I had a layover in Dublin, and I literally listened to Blood on the Drums for the first time ever in the Dublin airport, waiting to go on my connecting flight to Paris because I was in the air without Wi-Fi when the album came out.
Yeah.
So I did not listen to it when it first came out.
Yeah. And then, so we're like, okay, maybe we'll be able to see the Belasco.
I do have this memory in my mind of sitting in my hotel room in Montmartre in Paris. And I don't know why I did this, but I put the breakup music video on the TV.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I watched Breakup on the TV in Montmartre.
I feel like that does not fit the vibes.
No, it doesn't.
I watched the Breakup music video at work on my computer.
Not the same vibe, but
no, but it was lifting the vibes, you know.
Yeah.
So then, anyway, flash forward, many things happened in between. We're like, is this gonna happen? Are we gonna do this? Whatever, don't know. Abby and I get to be in the photo pit at the Belasco. Needless to say, we had some really cool opportunities with Blood on the Drums.
Yeah, if I were to name a list of like the craziest, coolest things that have happened to me in the music world, that is making the list for sure.
I would just say like it's an insane opportunity to photograph any artist that you like, let alone like one of your favorite artists doing their first and only show. Yeah. And you got to be in the photo pit and you get to go for free. And it's something that like will never make sense to me and probably something that I'll never be like nothing. I mean, obviously there's going to be cool opportunities that will like, you know, be just as exciting, but I don't think there's ever any like that was like the first moment where I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So
2 things I remember. One, I was sitting there in the photo pit and many people that we knew were on the barricade, which was really
So
fun.
fun.
Um,
We
and
also
I was
met a
sitting
lot of
there,
people.
yeah, I was sitting there, um, like sitting on like the seat part of the barricade that's on the side that's closer to the stage, like waiting for the show to start. And I look over to my left, and Mr. Callum Hood, bassist of Ashton's band, 5 Seconds of Summer, is standing there. And um, I'm like waving a little bit to him.
Trying
And
not
I'm
to
like,
make a
hi.
big deal of it so people
Yeah,
don't look over, but we're like,
yeah. So I missed Ashton's entry to the stage because I was
yeah, I was
looking at
looking over
Callum.
there. Also, you forgot to mention that we also saw Ashton standing there with his dogs out.
Yeah, sorry to expose you, Ashton, but we definitely did see your feet backstage at the
I
last.
don't think he cares. I'm sure he would have gone on stage barefoot if he could.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Um, Actually, a second fun part that I forgot, also related to Callum Hood. During Drive, we were not in the photo pit, but we had come back downstairs. We had gone to like take some pictures on the balcony and came back down during Rebel at Heart. And then during Drive, we were on the side of the stage that like you could look up and you could see the balcony where Callum and apparently Luke had been earlier. Um, and Callum is just up there. He is bopping his head. He is vibing out to Drive, and I have actually never related more to a member of that 5 Seconds of Summer.
Callum Hood, confirmed Drive fan.
Yeah, good taste.
Um, yeah,
Oh, the
not
third thing I was going to say,
what is it?
photo pit for Glory Days.
Oh, I can't think about it because it will make me cry. I
Yeah.
was I was like photo pit for the songs. Okay, not to like
I can literally see the tears in your eyes, bro.
stop. Not to like blabber on about the photo pit, but I just want people to know like how much this like changed our lives. But
Hmm.
the songs that we got to hear from the photo pit being that close were some of the like best songs to
Yeah.
have seen. Like
Hmm.
what did we get? Uh Straight to Your
Straight
Heart,
to Your Heart, Break Up,
Breakup, Blood on the
Blood on the
Drums,
Drums,
Glory
Glory Days.
Days, Have You Found
Have
What
you
You're
found
Looking
what
For?
you're looking for?
And I mean, there was part of the time where I'm like sitting there with my camera and I'm just like
Yeah, like it's kind of hard to, I mean, it's something that you kind of don't feel like it's real when it's happening.
yeah. And
And
also I
I'm
do
sure
think
that goes for like anybody who is like really like engaged in a concert, no matter where you are in the venue or anything. But um, that was extremely unique and special.
yeah, I also think it's important. I do this like at any concert, it doesn't matter if it's something that I'm going to for free, doing cool stuff, like or I paid thousands for it, you know.
You've never
Um
paid thousands for a concert,
at hundreds.
hundreds.
Um I will literally like take a minute and be like, "Whoa." Like just appreciate it.
I oftentimes feel like I have a song of the show where I'm like, okay, this song is really, really hitting this show.
Hmm.
And it can be a tour that I'm seeing once. It can be a tour that I'm seeing literally 5 times. And I typically have a different like song of the show every show.
Yeah. Okay. Back to our subject at hand.
All right, let's wrap this up about 3 a.m.
Um,
So Blood on the Drums rocks, and we have some really cool memories tied to it. So
Sorry to
agreed.
blabber on.
I don't remember whose that was. I think it was yours.
Yeah, it was mine.
Okay. But our list is the same so far. Um, and I'm gonna guess, honestly, that it's probably gonna be the same top five. Because my next one is The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift.
Yes.
I would actually rank this as my number 3 album of 2024. I would have ranked Blood on the Drums as number 4. A Taylor Swift album is always gonna make
It's
the
always gonna
list.
hit.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to share about the release of Tortured Poets?
Sure. I can go on about the release of Tortured Poets. So, um, I mean, the album was announced during the Grammys, and I have a nice little video of myself like scratching down my face with like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening when she was announcing it. And in the video that I made, I do believe the album was released on April 19th, which is very close to my birthday. In my video, I was like, "Oh my God, it comes out a week before my birthday."
Yes.
In my little excited video from when it was released. Um, and the night of the release, I was with my sister and her friends, and we listened to the original album, and it was kind of like, you know, this is not Midnights, this is not Folklore and Evermore. Um, was into it, but then 2 a.m. struck.
Everyone was
I
convinced
hmm
it was going to be a double album.
Yeah. And I think I was actually on FaceTime with you when
Yeah.
it hit.
Yeah, we were FaceTiming
And
and then we were like, okay, we have to hang up, we have to go listen to it.
yeah, I was like running into the other room to find my sister again. And I was like, it's a double album. The second album is out. We have to listen right now. And she's like, what?
Yeah, for you it
There's
was
another
late.
album? I don't remember my first listen of the anthology particularly well, but
I will say, I don't either because I was wine drunk by that point. Um, I do remember it, but I would say I remember like for me at that point, I just kept singing I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
oh,
No, I kept singing I Could Do It With a Broken Heart for the entire night, and I was fixated on that song. So, I will say
another,
I remember you telling me when you were listening, you were like, "Oh, you're gonna love Peter."
yeah,
So,
another fun little anecdote. I took the day off to go to, I went to a doctor's appointment, so don't come for me that I'm taking off for album releases and concerts and stuff, but I time my doctor's appointments strategically. Anyway, I was in the city of Chicago on the release day, and I went to the Art Institute, and I have this really cool memory where there's this room that has um, Impressionism paintings, specifically of London, and the line in I think it's "Love of My Life," whatever. That's your Impressionist paintings, whatever.
mhm.
And I was in that room listening to that song, that line while I was looking at those paintings. And obviously, like the album had been out for 12 hours. I didn't know what was coming when I
Yeah,
was looking at those paintings. But that's a cool little memory that I have tied to that album as well.
I will say, I went to the little Tortured Poets pop-up at the Grove, and I remember like looking at all of the little like Easter eggs that were hidden and stuff. And obviously, if you guys had seen it online, they changed the book every day with the
Mm.
lyrics that were open. And I can't remember off the top of my head what the lyrics were the day that I went, but I know that they weren't on the original album. So by the
Mhm.
time that album ended, when I listened to it, I was like, what the heck? Like, where's this lyric? And so then I was like, I'm like waiting for this to come out. Like I know it's happening. So, and then because of Tortured Poets, I now have one of my all-time favorite Taylor Swift songs, which is But Daddy, I Love Him.
Yeah, which I liked prior to the Eras tour, but after seeing it on the Eras tour,
I just want to say that I went to the bathroom at the Eras tour when we first got there, and I come out because I did not think that I was going to be able to see the Tortured Poets set. So like being
hmm
able to know that like we were going to see it, it didn't really I like kind of blocked it out because I was like, okay, I'm never going to be able to see it. So when I came out of the bathroom, Abby goes, I just want you to know that Taylor's going to rise up for But Daddy, I Love Him right in front of us.
that's true.
And I was like, oh my God. And it happened.
And the only song from the set that I have like no memories of and no videos of is down bad because where we were sitting, the little like light from the spaceship was literally shining in our eyes. And I
Yeah.
think that I like have some permanent vision damage from that because oh my God.
Yeah, it was blinding.
Yeah.
Um,
But a great album.
10 out of 10 on seeing that live.
Yeah.
Actually,
I,
I have some notes. Just kidding. I do, but
you
I
have
would
notes
just,
for Taylor Swift?
yes, I really think that My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys
Mm,
should have been played live.
okay, that's a valid note.
Um, yeah, I think that's my only like request that I would have said.
Yeah, I think that Tortured Poets would make a great tour if she decides to do that.
Oh, 100%. Um,
Do we see if my last album is also your last album?
I still have oh yeah, yeah it is. Okay.
Okay, should we say our last album on the count of three and see if it's the same?
Sure. One,
Ready?
two,
Two,
three.
three,
Short
short
and
and sweet.
sweet. Yes.
Oh, short and sweet. The deluxe just came out.
Hmm.
Um, a great, a great, a great album. So much fun.
That was like um I don't even know what to say. Like I feel like that was a really like obviously everyone knows it was a very transformative album for Sabrina's career. And
Hmm.
I feel like it's she finally found like what sound and aesthetic and like everything that it like works for her.
Yeah,
And um got you know what's crazy? We got to see our top albums of the year live.
yeah. I feel very fortunate to have gotten to do that. Like, short and sweet, Secret of Us, Eras, those were all like hot tickets.
Yeah. I will say the short and sweet tour tickets was some of the easiest tickets I've ever purchased.
So listen up, everybody. Sell your tickets like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. Um, what's your favorite song on Short and Sweet?
Ooh, that's a hard question. Um, I mean, it's hard not to love Espresso. Like I
Hmm.
know that's a really basic answer, but it's like actually that good of a song. And I remember hearing it literally the day that it came out, and I was like, yeah, this is a freaking bop. Um, I really enjoy Good Graces.
Hmm.
It's got a little bit of the influence style choices of No Tears Left to Cry, which is my favorite Ariana Grande song. Listen to them, they sound
Yeah, they do.
similar. Um, and I know it's a weird answer, but I actually really liked Don't Smile.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
I would say my favorites are probably when I first listened to it, I was obsessed with Bedchem. Like I thought that that one was like so funny. I don't
Mhm.
know that it's like my favorite. Like I don't listen to it all the time now. I'm like more apt to listen to like I like Dumb and Poetic
Mm.
or like something like that. Um, and I think that after seeing it live, I liked Dumb and Poetic a lot more.
Is that the one she did on the toilet?
No, that was Slim
No.
Pickens, I'm pretty sure.
No, it wasn't Slim Pickens. It was I think it was Lie to Girls.
Oh yeah, no, Dumb and Poetic was like the
The
white
one, yeah.
backdrop and like the
Yeah.
light was on her, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is beautiful.
Yeah. All the lights up in the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I would say maybe like Juno. I just think that one
Yeah.
slaps.
Yeah. It slaps.
Yeah, it slaps.
Yeah.
Um,
I also got to go to the Short and Sweet Cafe, which was really fun. Like the whole Short and Sweet like tour weekend was really fun.
yeah.
Um, and again, on release day, I went to downtown Chicago and I walked along like the lakefront and I just listened to Short and Sweet
On
genuinely
repeat.
on repeat for hours. And I wore my Sabrina like espresso shirt. Um, and I went to Target in the city to try to buy it. and it was completely sold out. So
Wow.
like all of I think it's really fun when like an album has like a lot of hype and it kind of feels like I
It's
don't
like a
know.
big event.
Yeah. And the Chicago Civic Opera building, they had like a line up outside that like they usually have like some kind of fun silly quote or something. And their sign said, "We're working late because we're opera singers,"
Oh yeah,
or short and sweet, which I thought was funny.
I remember you sent me that. I was gonna say another fun memory is that we got to watch Please 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 music video for the first time when it came
Yeah.
out while we were sitting in Luke's pit. Luke
Yeah.
Hemmings, by the way, for people.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah,
those are our top albums.
our top five most anticipated albums of 2025, and those are our top five albums collectively, apparently, of 2024.
And
It's nice when we agree.
I know it makes things easy. We're still
Yeah.
probably gonna wrap this thing up around 3 a.m., but
Yeah.
um,
But
that's
yeah, I mean, that's all we got for today. We've talked for quite a long time on this one. If you're interested in more information regarding albums, you can indeed check out our website, all the things music.com. We've got album reviews on there as well as we've talked quite a bit about tours. We've got some tour coverage on there as well. Um, and yeah,
as you can tell. Hopefully, we didn't scare you away with this one, but we are very passionate. So, anyways, follow along. Save our podcast, subscribe, whatever it is, on YouTube and Spotify. You can find us on social media.
yeah,
And if you have any music that you want us to check out, please send it our way.
yeah. Thanks for listening to this long ramble, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.